Hello everybody and welcome to episode 15 of Let's Play Oxygen Not Included with me, Scruffy Joe. Right, I left the game slightly at the beginning of a cycle. Normally it's night time, so that's thrown me. Excuse me. So everything's looking quite good. Today I think is finally the day where I build a proper way of making oxygen. So let's think about that. This room is the wrong height. It needs to be that height. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I like to have height for rooms. It's I just think they're nicer. So that just gives us kind of an idea of where we need to be. And I think up here will do it. I think we're going to stick it in here. Whoops. Great drawing straight away. So there's my handy ladder. Let's just go up there. And what we're going to do is we will have our oxygen room something about here. Might need to be a bit taller, but we'll come to that in a minute. So what we need here is one of these bad boys, maybe two of these bad boys. And then you need a method of moving it. So you need some ventilation, gas pumps. I'm trying to remember the ratio. Actually, I think it might be 1 to 2. Yeah. Let's go. Let's just do a small one to begin with. Yeah. Yeah. That'll do. We can always expand it. I think we might just need a little bit more space. In fact, I'm going to just get rid of that. Move this all over a little bit. Canister fillers, interesting. It's something I'm not familiar with. So we'll plonk that there. And then we will do this. Pump. Oops. That'll do. Now there's quite a lot of I'm not going to say clever, but I am going to say that the first time I tried to do this I got it completely wrong and spent ages fiddling around with it until I realised the whole green-white differentiation thing. So let's just get there like that. Right. Somebody at some stage is going to climb up here and build all of this stuff. And that would be awesome. Then what we need is when this produces oxygen and it produces hydrogen. So clearly you don't want the hydrogen. Well, I mean you do want the hydrogen, which I'll explain in a minute, but you don't want it in your base. This device is a gas filter. Now you've got 3 arrows. Let's just plonk one down and we'll talk about it for a second. So when I first got it, if you look at the picture, it looks like gas comes in one side, goes out the other side, and also this flap opens and vents go. So I sort of assumed the first time I played the game, and not just the first time, it was multiple times, that the yellow one meant gas is going to come out of here. And I didn't realise that you could attach a pipe to it, and that's kind of very awkward. When you actually built this, you can attach pipes to all 3 places. So basically, you come out of your pump into the system, but then you can separate. And once you've actually built this, you can go into a little menu, which I will show you once we've built. So you can have hydrogen coming out of one and all other gases coming out of the other. And what that allows you to do, and this is where we find out I haven't done the appropriate science. Yeah, I have. What that allows you to do is build one of these bad boys, which is a big hydrogen reactor. And so then all of your waste hydrogen, I say waste, because I mean it is waste, it's water, it's H2O, so you've got your H and your O. So all of your H, you get plumbing that straight back in there, and all of your air comes out there. It might be the other way around, but we'll figure that out in a minute. So that's going to be how it all works. But graphically speaking, it kind of doesn't give you that impression to begin with. So I just wanted to briefly explain that. Now I am going to just get rid of all of this because I don't want it to be here. I don't want them to go building stuff that we don't need. So yeah, that's the situation. Edible. I keep forgetting to not let people starve. No, that sentence is the wrong way around. I keep forgetting to make food so people don't starve. That's what I mean. We've also got, we left quite a lot of jobs open just so everyone can run around clearing stuff up because space is a bit of a mess. And we don't want to have... Oh, it's just not very nice. Okay. It's going to take some time. And that's cool. Because you can use that time to muck around. So what we're going to end up with, I think, is this bad boy can sit here. Okay. And yeah, let's try and figure this out. And once again, you can rotate these things with O. They do cost power, so just be aware of that. What I'm probably going to do is, just to begin with, while we're sorting out all of the power issues, maybe only wire up one side of this and keep the other side kind of spare as a sort of a backup power. Right, so green goes into white, and then green comes out and hits that. Sorry, not green. And this is your output. Whoops. So this is where our oxygen is going to come out, and ultimately it will end up coming out of some vents that you can put around the base. So that's all going to be groovy. Now the other thing we're going to need is some water. Okay. That's nearly fixed itself. Oh, in fact, this is germy water, isn't it? So what we're going to do, take some germy water, oopsie days, run it up here, and that's going to go in there. Awesome. I must remember to make some more food for tomorrow. Oh. We still seem to have 8 bars queued up. Does that mean there are people starving? Probably does. How many people are starving? No one is starving. Okay, we're all good. Enjoying that shower? Looks like he is. Although we are a bit blocked up in the liquid pipes. Which is the other reason why sending some of this water up here is going to be a good thing to do. It's going to take a bit of time for everyone to finish all these jobs, and that's okay. Because what I'm also going to do is... no, I'm not. Forget about that. I was going to say I'm going to rearrange a few things, but that's like famous last words. It's like, oh, don't do that, Joe. Don't rearrange anything. Just leave it alone. Once we've built this room, we can build a farm, which I have my own little personal way of arranging, which people will probably disapprove of. We can even keep... I don't know. Yeah. I need to try and remember actually while they're building all these things. I need to try and remember what my farm room looks like. I think it looks... yeah. Let's try and remember this. Have I got the insulated tiles? Oh no, I haven't got the insulated tiles. Right, okay, well before you do farms you need insulated tiles, and that way you can basically pump a room full of the right temperature gas and it'll never ever change. Right, temperature control. Where's that going to be? Cool. That was easy. Right, so I'm one man down because he's going to be off doing that. So the other 6 are just going to have to manage. The other thing I want to do is get a hold of these critters. Oops! What did I do there? Where did all that sand come from? That's actually quite an emergency. Let's just do that. Clean the sand. Crazy. And I'm playing on slow as well, just realised that. Let's just do that. There we go. That'll speed things up. Literally. Now the other thing we're going to need up here is obviously power. Which will be coming from down here. So let's just quickly look at power. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need those. We don't need a power bridge there anymore either because we got rid of that. Have I... is that pipe still totally... hang on. They're not really getting on with it. Oh yes, because they're all doing this. And see now, there should only be one person doing science. I might just let that slide because it'll be finished in a minute. That's my own little personal golden rule for success in this game, is that only one person should really be doing science. Because to have any more people doing science, you basically end up with an unskilled person doing it. Which is what we had there. Right, fix that situation. Really? Food shortage? Really? Did I forget again? Terrible. I would make a terrible, terrible manager of an asteroid base. Or would I? Did make a nice good water tank there. Okay, most of the jobs have been completed. So I'm going to do that as well. Okay. Did you finish that science? Oh no, not quite. Not quite. Just every now and again I like to check on my pipes. Okay, they're not jammed anymore. They're making a funny blubbly noise. That's weird. Do you know what? We don't need to permanently pump that. We can turn it off. Crikey, look at that guy go. How come he was moving so fast? What's going on? Whoa. Like he suddenly just leveled up or something. I also want to, while I'm just basically letting them get on with that sort of slow job up here, which they don't seem to be too keen on finishing, I will... Was that the science? Okay, good. I've just told them to sweep out the bathroom because, you know, clean bathrooms, guys. I mean, clean bathrooms. So, getting back to the whole farm thing, I'm trying to remember what it looks like inside my brain. I think I'm just going to have to draw it a couple of times. I think it's something along these lines. Whoops. Where's my cancel button? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8 because 8 seems to make sense. Don't know why. Where's the button? So you do that, and then you get some insulated tiles, and you do that. Terrible drawing. Like that. And like that. And then you get a ladder here. Or have I got that slightly wrong? It's something like this, guys. You basically do that. And I'm not even sure if this is appropriate anymore because I think they might have changed the game. But what you would then do is fill that bottom bit here with water. So the guys would have to walk through underwater and then resurface into this. So you'd actually have a proper full airlock here. And then to begin with, you would have one of these up here. And so you would pump in air of the right temperature. And when I say of the right temperature, what I mean is because in order to get seeds and therefore be everlasting, you need to have stuff growing optimally, not badly, or, you know, because basically they last forever and then they don't. and then they just have seeds after that. Good sentencing, Joe. They last. You get 3 goes. Here we go. There's little instructions. So that's wild. In the life, you get three cycles, and then it dies. And so you need to basically keep your seeds going. So if there is decent oxygen, decent temperature, decent air pressure, it'll give you seeds. If not, it won't. So by having a room pumped full of the right temperature air with an airlock and thermal things, you basically guarantee that you have the right air pressure and the right temperature kind of forever. Now I say kind of forever because it doesn't quite work, because also you have to run some water through here, like that. Or if you'd rather, you could go like that and then go up each time. I don't know whether that might actually be better. I'm not sure. But the problem is that these things, what do they need? I think it used to be they needed polluted water. They needed a bit of a nutrient, if you know what I mean. And that, I probably can't really show you anymore, but by default is 32 degrees. Rub somewhere like that. So this is nice temperature. This is too hot. Why have we got pollution down here? Oh, crikey. That's all come from that. Yeah, pollution yellow. Sorry, got distracted. Slime lung bad. Slime lung kill people. Slime lung change entire way of life. That's unacceptable. Basically, I need to stop people from going down there until I've cleared that up, because if they get ill, then I don't have any med beds. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's the problem, is that this 32 degrees water will gradually, over quite a long period of time, it will take a long time, you'll get quite a lot that goes out of it, but eventually it'll go wrong and suddenly you won't get any seeds and you'll have killed yourself. So that's something which will get built in the future. We might even have a couple of these rooms, but not quite yet, because we're still mucking around with this. Get rid of that. I probably need a bit of up top action. I just had a cat jumped on me. You can probably see his tail. Do you want to be on film? Alright, mate. Telling me it's tea time. I'm famous again. Okay, that's nice. I got a bit of a lap warmer. Not sure what happened there. So yeah, slime run, real bad problem. It can't live in clean air though, so once you get rid of the polluted air, which is what we're doing here, it will go away. Germs. Crikey. So you should see that number will gradually go down. Ooh, don't like having pollution in my base. I might have to give somebody a job promotion here because I can't mine something. go. So this is all pretty much set up now, except for the power. And obviously the where it's all going to go. So let's just quickly let's put it on slow speed, let it carry on ticking along. And let's just do some wiring. Oh, good wiring. Now, you don't want to overload stuff. This type of wire, it used to only be able to carry 1000 watts. I'm not sure if that's still true. Yeah, it is. So, as you can see here, 240, 120, 120. That's a fairly large number of watts. Okay. You're gonna... what? Going to purr for the microphone. Now we've got 800 watts of power here, but that's only going to work when the room is working, so that's slightly non-reliable power. And also we should probably stick a couple of batteries up here just for the... so that when that machine is working, it can charge them. Like that. Right. Just need to think about exactly how to do this. I could just not bother thinking about it and just get on and do it like that. That'll probably do it. Now, yeah, here's the settings, as I said. So, all gas output comes out of green. You can filter stuff out of yellow. So, if we send helium out of yellow, which should be that middle one, and there's a way you can check it to make sure it's working, which we will do in a minute. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. I'm losing my mind. Yeah. So yeah, everything comes out right. Good. That's fine. That's what we want. Now let's just put in some ventilation pipes. Hello, cat. Yeah, I know. You're hungry. So what you want, as I have explained before, oxygen rises. Ah. So, what? What do you want? So what I like to do is just get a little beard massage from a cat while I'm playing computer games. What I like to do is basically start it down below and let it filter up, because that seems to work best. What am I doing? Ventilation. Really very complicated when your life is interrupted by cats. Okay, so it's going to come out there, it's going to go all the way back up. That's the plan. And it's going to split in half, so that one's going to be more active than this one. This is the way the game runs. Did I do plumbing? Yeah, and that's all fine, that's good. That's sorted out. Did I do gas plumbing to the hydrogen thing? Yes, I did. Although, that could be longer. Sometimes it's nice to have a nice long pipe for the hydrogen, because it will store gas in the pipe, which is kind of cool. That's basically ready to be switched on once I've made all these pipes, so Oh no, I'm starving people again. Excellent. Well done, Joe. Let's put that to 12. Is there any other food lying around that we can snag? How many people are starving? Gabe is starving. He's about to die. Come on, Gabe. You're making food. You've eaten food. Yay! So yeah, blatantly there too much explaining of how gas plumbing works, and they're forgetting to actually make food. That's a perfect way to round off a half an hour long episode. And now the cat's up on the desk. So he's going to stand on the keyboard and make it all go wrong. What's that? Oi. Go on. Getcha. I'm pretty sure it's time to eat. Time for him to eat something. That's probably why he's bugging me. Did I plumb that in the wrong place? Or could I just not reach that wire? They can't reach the wire. Once this has been built, which is about to be, what will happen is that it should start working now. Oh no, you haven't done that square. Come on! Okay, I was going to draw the episode to a close there, but what I'm actually going to do is wait. So there's going to be everyone eating their muck bars, going to the toilet and sleeping. And then first thing in the morning, someone's going to run up here, finish this wire, and then you can all behold the glory of my oxygen-producing chamber. And it will be glorious. Glorious! Should probably give Wednesday a job at some point. Where are you all gone? Having a shower and using the bathrooms. Sensible. I also probably need to... Hang on, let's just... The phrase "I probably need to" is a phrase which I think is probably the most overused thing. I'm going to check on the germ situation, which is still fairly bad, although not as bad. There's quite a lot of germs. Now, I'm not entirely sure where they're all coming from, because as you can see, we don't actually have a source of germs, really. Oh well. Right, someone come up here and do this. Thank you. Right, let's just make sure it's working. So now I've paused the game. They are represented gas by little sort of squares of varying colours. And where's my ventilation thing gone? There we go. Okay, so I have obviously set that somehow wrong, because pink should be going down here. Idiot. Right, so if we just stick it back on ventilation. There we go. Okay, and then that produces power, which fills up these batteries. And that's cool. And the rest of the blue, which is the nice oxygen, comes down here. We have let a bit of poison out now. And so every other square, doink, 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 comes out here, and then the remaining ones go over here. And all the while there's power, we now have an endless source of oxygen, so long as we also don't run out of water. Okay? Done. Where are we? We're halfway through cycle 54. I will pause the game and I will draw it to a close there. I'm happy about that. Oh look, they finished that as well. Hey! It's all coming together. Now what we can do is basically overpressurize our own area, which will allow us to then go out into the slimy zone and not all die of slime lung. The other sort of precaution I want to do before I do that is actually building a kind of a med bay, which will have kind of one of these in it, and probably a toilet, probably a couple of medical beds and a toilet somewhere off to the side, just so when somebody inevitably does get slime lung, they don't have to die. And then once you get out there, you can build all sorts of refining materials, and you can gradually get rid of all that slime, and it's fantastic. Suddenly the game gives you solutions to extra problems, because it's all about making it gradually more complicated. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. Please subscribe and leave me a like and a comment as well. That's it. I'm asking for all three today. I'm being demanding. Till next time. Have a nice time. See you later. Bye-bye.